Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys' athletic corner. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Cowboys and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a limit of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Jones last week, 20 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 13 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Romo on third down. And that is incomplete. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here to add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball out and bring it back for the score.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out comes Houston. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. $17-0 our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. As we roll on here in the month of December, week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out. Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give to Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Romo being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Romo. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Houston's offense taking over again. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a 4th down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him, and now it's going to go in the other direction.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Romo. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Romo now to throw it. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Romo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Play action. It's Romo. This one swung out here to Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Romo now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Romo throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Romo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. To throw is Romo. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Romo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good header scheme going.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. After a break down the middle. And a wrap is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot here before half for Carr. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that one, a one-point game at halftime. 16-15 is the score. Robert Woods, a big afternoon. 3 touchdown catches.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
A first down there on a pickup at 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Romo. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Romo. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now Romo. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On play action, now Carr. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A big rush by the Texans, and down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the very well blocked punt scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. On first down, Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Romo. A check down here to Jones. Another nice move. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down. The give is to Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Here's Romo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Romo looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a play fake, and it's Romo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Romo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Romo. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they get their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Carr. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Second down, another shot for Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Going right side, he has Winton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Back to throw, Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Barber is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Romo on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Houston.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And he deserves a bronze. Pressure comes again, and they get him again. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile,